Have you ever wondered what it really takes to make Agile work? Well, at the Global Agile Summit, we're bringing you real-life, first-person stories of Agile succeeding out there in the real world that will inspire you to take action. Whether you're a leader, a product innovator, a developer, you'll hear practical insights from those who've done it. They'll be telling their own stories from the stage. I'll tell you more about this at the end of this episode, so stay back and listen to the full detailed description of what we have in store for you at the Global Agile Summit. But if you can't wait, you can go right now to globalagilesummit.com and check out our full schedule. For now, on to the episode, but I'll see you at the end of this episode with more details on the Global Agile Summit. Talk to you soon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Success Thursday, the big question of the week. Of course, this week with Deniz Ari. Hey, Deniz. Welcome back.
Hi. Hello.
So, Deniz, on Thursday, we talk about what success means for Scrum Masters. But before we dive into that, share with us, what's your favorite retrospective format and why?
My favorite retrospective format, sounds a little bit dark, but I like more fun stuff. I like to do worst retro. I don't know, did you ever heard about it?
Can you describe that for us?
Yes, of course. I use MURAL board and for retrospective session because half of the team joining virtually, and I'm preferred face-to-face retrospective session is really good. I don't know, I'm fan of face-to-face retros. Worst retro, we are starting generally with retros, mood checker or energy checker. You know, that we have some graph and everyone's putting their icon, how they feel their energy, their moods. And after we dive in 3 sections. First section, what do you remember from this sprint? Second one, how to make next sprint worse, which is an interesting one, isn't it? And the other section is decide what to do next. Literally, we're just saying, what do you remember from last sprint? How can we make the next sprint more worse? And decide what to do next. It's up to, if you're having like a very difficult time, a very difficult sprint, and I am just trying to a little bit make fun, and I don't want to be normalize what's not working, but they are real, isn't it? They are there. If you don't want to touch, if you're not gonna talk about it, and they're just gonna stay there. I don't like to avoid, not to talk the problems. I like to talk more and visit, analyze, and say it loud. I think this is more helping for everyone.
And actually, the worst retrospective actually is a great way because we can use humor, and humor allows us to talk about difficult topics without necessarily feeling like they're a big problem, right? Like we can talk about really serious problems, we can mention them, we can bring them to our conscience, but without feeling that, oh, the world is about to end, right? And I think that having that ability to bring humor into the conversation can really kind of shift the energy.
Yes, definitely. And especially, it doesn't matter retros or if there is an tense meeting, of course I can't use the humor at any time, but this is retro, is, the informal is just, I'm just trying to make people relax and say loudly and encourage them time to time. I know it's not good I'm part of it, the raising tickets on the sticky notes on the retros, but I'm just saying, oh, how about this? You totally forgot about it. Or how about that? Or you remember how was or maybe more encouraging things like, the what went well bits, to encourage people, appreciate their achievements, as a team, as a person. But yeah, I'm using humor on this worst retro bit. Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, we do this retros because we want to help the team succeed and we want ourselves to succeed. But before we can do that, we need to define what that success means. So Deniz, for you, how do you define success as a Scrum Master for yourself?
Okay. As a Scrum Master, I think, we need to positive team dynamics. We need to see people can talk each other. easily to navigate each other and asking help freely. Focus continuous improvement. There was a value of what we are delivering, and especially empowering and self-managing team, which is I think this is the biggest part of the evidence for what is Scrum Master's success, if you ask me, and the trust and being open. If people can speak freely and can easily to work with the team members, other team members, and if something's wrong, they can easily to reach out to Scrum Masters or anyone and can trust. There was if there is a transparency and another things, easily say, oh, it was wrong. We did doom or we buggered or something like that. We did something wrong. Oh, okay, let's have a look. And I'm always keep as a Scrum Master. I'm always keep to remember the people. This is the team, safe place to fail. I can easily to admit my mistakes. I think it's helping me either. But as a successful Scrum Master, biggest evidence, I think, self-managing team and transparency and trust.
Yeah. And one of the things that we need to do, of course, is to kind of keep our mind and our focus in looking at those aspects that you mentioned, like keeping the trust and allowing the teams or the team members to communicate well and to coordinate well the work between them, and making sure that the team is a safe place to fail, as you called it, which I think is a brilliant way to describe it. How do you, on the day-to-day or maybe at the end of the week reflection, I don't know how you do it, but how do you keep your focus and your mind in those items, right? Because success doesn't just happen. It's something we need to build over time. So how do you keep yourself focused and always accountable for those aspects of success that you just described?
The biggest, another very tiring activity day to day, even every day, just like so many times, to keep observing, to stick with the team and be part of the discussions and just like be part of it. Doesn't matter how technical the conversation, but what I am monitoring or what I am observing, how they talking with each other, how they dealing with the problems, when we have any blockers and how they tackling with the issues. This is the thing. And I am lucky. Every day we have so many things going on, not that much quiet environment. That's why easy to be part of it. And generally I have a catch-up calls with the higher management a couple of times in a day. And they really cares about how the people's doing in the team. And this is really good because what I'm getting questions, how we getting, what's disturbing you, what's your focus today, which is really helping me focus again every day, the early calls. And if I start early, if I have like this kind of offline chat with the higher management a couple of times in a week, and this keep me focused and or constant feedback, when I observe anything, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the one example that you just gave, like having this regular catch up or lunch conversation with leadership, I think this is one of the aspects that is really important for us as Scrum Masters, which is to create kind of this cadence that allows us to communicate what's going on with the team to the decision makers, but also to get constant feedback and direction from the decision maker so that we can have a dialogue, right? Like, here's what we're seeing, here are some obstacles, kind of raise impediments that we might need help with. And I think keeping that cadence is really important, making sure that you have access to the people who are making decisions.
100%. And doesn't matter how the observation small or individual, because this is bring the visibility for the higher management, how the things works and what's lacking in my area and how they can support it as an organization, the wider organization. Generally regular catch up, constant feedback for anyone's situation, person, doesn't matter, including myself time to time. But this is helping me to keep focus.
Yeah, setting up that conversation routine is really important. Thank you for sharing that, Deniz.
No worries.
Hey friend, thank you for staying. Here is all you need to know about the Global Agile Summit. If you've ever suffered or know people who are suffering from agile fatigue, this event is for you. Agile fatigue is that feeling that settles in when we can't really see a light at the end of the tunnel. We get discouraged, especially when conversations revolve around the same old frameworks, the same old buzzwords and theories. We don't feel that energy anymore. Well, the Global Agile Summit is a different kind of event. We're bringing you real-life first-person stories of Agile succeeding out there in the real world that will inspire you to take action and transform the way you work. The Global Agile Summit will happen in Tallinn, Estonia, May 18th, that's the workshop day, and then 19th and 20th, the conference day. And Tallinn, Estonia is one of the most innovative tech hubs in Europe. The Global Agile Summit is hosted together with Latitude 59, which is kind of a citywide celebration of software startups and groundbreaking ideas. And we'll have a shared ticket for you to attend those events as well. So who will be speaking? Well, we've got an incredible lineup of thought leaders in software and Agile. For example, Clinton Keith, the person who literally wrote the book on game development with Scrum, and is busy bringing Agile to the world of game development. You must check his session. The very famous and well-known Jürgen Apelo, author of Management 3.0, will be talking and exploring about AI's impact on leadership. We also have Gojko Adzic, who's taking an unconventional look at the product growth with his lizard optimization keynote. Other speakers include, for example, Sven Dietz, who's challenging everything we know about software development by literally ditching contracts and estimates. Can you imagine? His teams deliver software before their competitors are even done with the contract negotiation. How agile is that? But there's more. We'll cover engineering practices in our developer track with talks on, for example, AI-assisted test-driven development, developing products in minutes with a different approach to how we develop, configure, deploy platforms, and much more. We also have a product track where we cover cutting-edge ideas around product discovery, delighting customers with product delight frameworks. We'll have a talk about that. And we also have an agile business track where we will talk about, for example, open strategy, a very agile approach to managing organizations and delivering software faster to clients, faster than you can even write a contract, literally. I mean, I already told you about Sven Dietz's story. It's amazing. It definitely is a must-see. I'm sure you'll be inspired and get a lot of ideas for your own software projects and software delivery. Now, whether you're a business leader, a product innovator, or a developer, you'll definitely find value in our 3 focused tracks. That's Agile Business for those working with businesses and organizations, Agile Product for product managers, product owners, and innovators, and Agile Developer for the builders making Agile work in practice, the coders, the testers, the designers, the producers, the Scrum Masters, you name it. If you join, you will meet over 200 Agile professionals from all over the world. People who, just like you, want to grow, want to share, and want to learn by challenging the ideas that don't work anymore. At the Global Agile Summit, you'll get new connections, fresh ideas, and the energy to take your own Agile to the next level. And who knows, maybe even find your next career opportunity. So don't miss out. Check out the full program and grab your ticket now at globalagilesummit.com. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in Tallinn, Estonia in May. I'll see you there.